Noch ein bisschen confused, wo der Teleport ist, aber genau bei der Map. I've got everything I need. Let's help with setting it all up. Well, it seems to be in order, so what say we all head over once we have some spare time? Leave it to me. Girl, or Rean? Are the two of you going somewhere? Yeah, it's just a little thing I need to take care of. Something I want to handle before the next rivalry. Something to take care of, huh? I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, man. It's just some personal business. You are trying to put things in order by the next rivalry, so you gotta make sure that you are prepared too, alright? But if you're heading down to take care of anything, just let me know, okay? What kind of business does he have to take care of? Tip my head, I'm curious. I never go with Hikaru. You're gonna be out there fighting together, so I want to make sure you're firing on all cylinders. Rean? Keep in mind, it's not the fun kind of errand. Might be a good opportunity, though. I know they've been on your mind, after all. Who? Oh, you'll figure it out soon enough. Alright, hurry up and get ready, and then I'll be waiting you. Once Rean was ready, they set off from the courageous tour with the two divine knights. Ko needed to visit a handful of different regions. For their first stop, they found themselves at a familiar place. Friedrich St. Ark? What does he need to do here? Here it is, just like I heard. Sorry, but can you wait a bit? Adius, please find a way to forgive my grandson, Michael. He doesn't absolve his crime, but he was truly concerned for this country. I just pray that he can rest in peace. Pray for the same. Oh, what was that? These are his... Michael! It's okay to have just handed those over. I'm in no position to ask for her forgiveness, so on to the next. Michael, huh? Damn fools, a lot of them getting into this whole war. The constellation, Nidhogger, and even those leftovers from the Northern Niggers. Ich glaube, Michael war Gideon, ne? Ich glaube, sein Name war Michael. Das kann ich mal ganz im Kopf. What a mess. If only the boss and everyone could have... Sorry I couldn't get good revenge for all of you. Huh? But it's good you survived at least. Take care of yourself, yeah? That's what he would have wanted. Woken, is this the boss's tag? Hey, you... Right then, just gotta wait for someone to get in touch now. Sure. Gotta piece it together now, girl. It's about them, isn't it? After they returned to where Valdemar and Rean were waiting, Gro received a call. George! Erin, they expect to see you again so soon. Gro reached out to me earlier and asked if I could help him out. Good thing you're still using your old number. So does this mean you found her? Yeah, you're gonna have to make with a voice call though. Here, I'll put you through. Hello, can you hear me alright? It's her. Good to hear from you again, yes? Or, I mean, Scarlet. Same here, see. Gro, sorry. Still getting used to that. And I thought we'd get a chance to talk again. Rean, I guess we haven't spoken in a while either, not since birthday I had. Glad you're alright. Thought you'd still be locked up somewhere in Kreuzen. What can I say? This is business as usual for me. Right now I'm operating outside the Empire on board a Merkaba. A Merkaba? Does that mean you're with the Kreuzritter? Apparently, Judas vexed his influence to have her released into protective custody. The church took her past as a crier into account and allowed her to work as a kind of penance for her role in the Civil War. Oh, this really came through. Can't imagine it's all footsies and tea parties though. What with you being a former terrorist and all. It was pretty tough at first, I admit, but things are better now. Father Raji and the bald knight of his are actually pretty reasonable when you sit down and talk to them. The bald knight, von dem gesprochen wird, den kennen wir auch. Ich werde nur noch nicht droppen, wer es ist, aber wir werden ihn auch... Ich weiß nicht, ob wir ihn schon in Cold Steel 4 sehen werden. Ich weiß nicht, ob Vasi jetzt nochmal einen Auftritt hat in 4 oder ob es erst in Reverie ist, aber wir werden ihn spätestens in Reverie, glaube ich, nochmal sehen. Vasi und The Bald Knight. Some of the recruits here joined up around the same time as me, and there are interesting people here, so I'm not bored at all. Wahrscheinlich Kevin und Reese. It's great. I'm glad to know you're doing alright. I'll pretend I wasn't a little discouraged when I found out Osborne had arrived, but I was able to get past that and find a new path forward, thanks to all of you. You have my gratitude. Right. Heard all about what we've been doing. Let's do our best, not for Wrench, but for them, and for the world too. Of course, let's do this thing right. So those people visited back there, were they really related to the members of the Imperial Liberation Front, was glaube? Yeah, I've been thinking about making this little trip ever since I got my memories back. It's the least I can do to make it up to the pals who went to Gehenna with me. I managed to find some people who knew Vulcan and Gideon, so I just decided to go forward with it. See, I've gotta say, it was a surprise to hear Scarlet decided to go back to the church. No kidding, I'm sure she had a reason, her reasons though. In any case, it feels good to tie up these loose ends. Now, once my overtime's all used up, we can go without any regrets. Girl. You know, if you just not tried it just yet, well, you know, you might just end up with more time than you bargained for. You're back, Rean, girl. Hey, I'm excited you two wander up there. Oh, Angelica. Even for us, there's always somewhere to return to, and someone waiting there. So, for everyone's sake, those we've lost and those who are still with us, if you just bring through to the end and make it back alive, no matter what. I guess you're alright. First things through is, we gotta kick some ass in this next rivalry. Are we counting on your partner? Right. Ist irgendwie sehr schön, die zwei so wieder Buddy-Buddy zu sehen. Also sie hatten ja wirklich so richtig so, ne, von Cold Steel 1 hin bis zu jetzt Cold Steel 4 ist ja wirklich ein Wild Ride mit dieser Freundschaft. After they were met by Toa and Angelica, I made it back safely to the Courageous. Once the Divine Knights were on board, they set off to continue their missions. So, dann haben wir auch eine Character Note für ihn. Dann haben wir hier, glaube ich, Emma. Yush. Well, well, it's steady already. It don't tell me. It's not what I think. I don't even have any more forbidden grimoire. These are some notes left by Isola Milstein, my mother. Grandma collected the ones she'd saved and sent them to me. So that's all it was. The mother was a wandering witch before Vita was, right? Yeah, but her magical abilities weren't really all that powerful. But she was always eager to learn. She had a good many ties to the outside world and took it upon herself to look into the Empire's curse on her own. She must have been such a big influence on my sister when she was young. An incredible person at that, from what you've told me. She passed away from an unfortunate accident, right? That's right, though I'm not sure if it was the work of the curse, per se. It's probably just a coincidence, right? Then again, I suppose dealing with the curse aftermath is in itself a form of being caught up in it. Yeah, you're probably right about that one. That said, there's actually quite a few entries that have nothing to do with her mission. As if I'm rekindling the memories I had of her from when I was young, it feels nice, you know? Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, by the way, I saw a little good luck spell in here somewhere. Want to try it out, Rean? It might help relax your body and mind from any fatigue you're feeling. I promise it's nothing sketchy or dangerous like before. It's alright, Emma, I trust you. Like to charm by Emma's mom, huh? Sounds intriguing. Sure, I take it up on that. It's your ring, I mean. But don't worry, it's no trouble at all, really. It's better if you didn't do it here, though. Shall we go someplace else? I've expected you to take us to the atelier like before. Well, I'm actually prohibited from using it for the time being. After the incident we had before, it is. Fair enough. But this spell isn't dangerous like last time. You can rest easy, I assure you. Well, I should hope so. It is just a magic charm, after all. Smell, it's ehren flower, isn't it? It is. The scent of ehren flowers can enhance the potency of the charm, though it's also known to induce a few other effects as well. Other effects? Oh, enough about that. Let's begin, Rean. Wir haben schon mal gehört. Es hat aphrodisierende Wirkungen. Ja. Could you just lean forward a bit, just like before? Got it. I didn't get duped into this again, did I? I think right about it. It's only a magic charm, remember? Alright, here we go. What is this? What are you saying, Rean? It's neither your consciousness nor mine. It's a crossing of both, a state of being not unlike that of a dream. I think I understand. It's kind of like an out-of-body experience. But what's with the way we look? These are just our astral forms, Rean. Like I said, don't think too hard about it. Things might get a little embarrassing from here. Bear with me for just a bit longer, okay? Oh? A sensation? I've never felt it before. Oh, but not just Lucia. Rean? Rean? Oh, good morning. Did you have a nice rest? That's what happened. I fell asleep, just like that. Did you carry me all the way here? Wasn't that hot? A bit, perhaps, but never mind that. How are you feeling? Well, my body and mind feel totally refreshed. It's almost as though I've been completely reborn. My compliments to your mom. This charm was incredible. It was originally one of the witch's lullabies, from what I understand, but I used it as a base for her own unique version. She designed it so that it could be used not only for children, but also for family and those you hold dear. She wanted to use it on a human from the outside world, my father, and that's when... I get it. That said, that astral form caught me pretty off guard too. A little embarrassing, to be sure. I guess it really is something best kept for family members. No, that part was likely one of the effects of the iron flower. See, by elevating your force toward one another, it ends up bringing out our heart's dearest,
あー、もう違うんです。別に狙ったわけじゃなくて。
After waiting for Emma to settle down, Rean left the sick bay alongside her. So viel dazu. Man, you're always asking for something. I don't know what's on your plate, but I'm pretty busy with my own shit here. Alright, well, I'll let you know. Peace. Gosh, who was that? Evan Force's biggest busybody. Way too easter about me. There's nothing. A bad influence from back home hit me up, that's all. A bad influence? Come again? You met him once, but he is not the kind of guy a goody two-shoes like you would cozy up with. Name's Brad. He's a real shit stirrer. Alright, I think Yeah, I know who you mean. That friend of yours from Rudger. He was the one who tried to sell you out to that informant when you snuck into the city, right? Yeah, guess he's running it to cover my old Fafnir buddies from during the Civil War. Now they're back in operation and up to their old tricks. So it looks like they're sticking with low-level crap like extortion and brawling. Nothing the idea gives two shits about. We were doing the field exercises before, I ended up giving him my contact info. And now he says he has something to discuss with me, whatever the hell that means. That is rather concerning, I have to say. Must have his reasons for contacting you like this though, right? To be perfectly honest, given anything that's going down, I really don't have time to be digging around with the bastard. We focus on our own problems, and you focus on yours. Right. It's going to be bugging you anyway. Why not see what he has to say? You must have at least an inkling as to why he wants to talk to you, right? Yeah, if you consider the circumstances surrounding the guy. Still at all. Even more reason to tie up loose ends now, right? To make sure you don't regret it down the line. I'll be there alongside you, of course, as your instructor and as a fellow members of Class 7. Man, Teach, you just love nosing in on people's drama, don't you? I get what you're saying, though. Can't really move forward when you're knee-deep in yesterday's bullshit. Alright, bring out Vladimir Schwarzer. I wanna settle this. I got it, Ash. Let's take care of the bastard then. Ash called Brad back to talk. They met at the Deckings in Rudger, and Brad told Ash everything. Ash! I'm glad you're here, and you too, instructor. Just thought I'd drop by. You've got some nerve calling me up after bringing back Fafnir and trying to sell me out. Be so bad about that. It's like I was possessed or something. Yeah, I couldn't think of anyone else who could help me with this. Please help me, I don't know what to do. Seems like things are pretty serious. Alright, we're out. So you and your friends committed blackmail and other misdemeanors. In the shadows was the informant Miguel. Yeah, that's basically it. At first he was just doing stuff like showing us the perfect places to extort people. But then he made me do all sorts of stuff because I owed him or something. I had to bring some product from orders without the Imperial Defense Force busting me. I mean, it's pretty sketchy. Yeah, and recently he's been asking for some pretty major stuff To top it all off, he almost got dragged in some shady business of his not too long ago. Just keeps going on, we're seriously gonna end up at a point of no return. Okay, I get it. Said you move some product, huh? Yes. It's nothing, alright. I'm so short, you reuse the arrow of your race because you're in way over your head and you're scared. Now you know how stupid you were to bring Fafnir back and to do whatever the hell you want right before the war, huh? So what? Is something wrong with me realizing that? Just, you went off to join the military academy and then I heard you shot the emperor of all people. So this old dude told me I could be top dog around the town. I thought, yeah, I know it. It looks like the curse worked its way in with all of that emotional turmoil. Yeah, I got it. I'm the reason why. Probably for that moral too. In that case, I gotta set things straight, huh? Ish, are you okay? Okay, back to normal. Well, back to being a goofball. Don't worry about it. You've trust on me, Brad. I'll talk it over with the old man. Got some stuff I want to ask him myself, anyway. You do? Anyway, we have you be of use here, got it? Let's go look for some clues. Rean and Ash began asking around about Miguel. The rumors they heard pointed to him being somewhere outside town with a new shipment of goods. Eventually, they tracked him down. Alright, this should be enough. I guess punks ain't gonna use more than this. What time I move on? I'll just trip back to town to do it. And where are you planning on sculling off to next? What the Ash? And the Ash's family? I was hanging, Miguel. Been a while since I went to clean my apartment and ended up bumping into your ugly mug. Heard you've been helping out Brad and the others. There we go. I haven't seen you since our old field exercises. Hope you realize I'm not going to let you get away with anything that might put young people in danger. So we'd like you to tell us about whatever it is you brought here from orders. I don't know what's Brad been telling you, but you've got me all wrong. As you got young people with potential and teach them the value of hard work, that's all. Sharing these things is just another aspect of that. God. So this is your new product, huh? It's a knife model. I'm guessing there's more in the container. That's right. I've got contacts in the military who have helped me build up a decent stash, little by little. I mean, no one was for sure what's gonna happen to the world after this war starts, right? You gotta be prepared. See if folks from all over the continent are already putting together hidden weapon caches. The way I see it, it could make a fortune supplying them with the kind of high quality arms they'll be needing. That's really low. So you're a war prophet here now? That's a pretty drastic change from when you only had information. Not to mention how fast you got these weapons together all on your own. I figured that wouldn't be possible without the right connections and know-how. What aren't you telling us? You mentioned it, something does seem off. Simple really. I wasn't always an informant until a little more than 10 years ago. I was a merchant working a different kind of market. Some of the secret supply routes I learned about back then are coming in handy now, that's all. Now I'm done talking. You gonna let me through or what? Can't keep my customers waiting. What is it, Ash? Hey, don't go making any sudden moves. Look, Miguel, I don't give a rat's ass where you're going next. But there's one thing I gotta ask you first. Are we done here? Was it you? Were you the one who got me out of Hammer? Hey, this is just coming from. Do you mean? Yeah, I've been thinking about it ever since you found my mom's diary. 14 years ago, a merchant helped me escape from Hammer and into Rudger. But what you just said now, that you were a merchant more than 10 years ago, well, things just clicked. Now I see. How long have we known each other, Miguel? From my first days in Rudger, when I got adopted, as I could remember, basically. You're involved with all of that, weren't you? I mean, you ran exactly a good inference. You even sold me out to the Jaegers at one time. I always thought you were one of the most deadbeat pieces of crap around. But I still showed up at Mom's funeral and made a donation. It just felt sort of place for a small-time crook like you. I figured you must have had some ulterior motive. But looking at it now, I can't help but wonder if you felt some kind of obligation toward me. If I've got it wrong, go ahead and set me straight. You don't get so sharp, kid. I wanted to take this to the grave, but I guess my secret's out. It's true, though. Every word. 14 years ago, I was peddling my wares out by Palm. If I hadn't stepped out for a smoke that night, I might never have met you. Oh, take it easy, kid. What are you doing out on the road by yourself? Is that the gunshot? What's going on? This can't be good. Come on, kid, let's get you out of here. I grabbed you and put you on the first train I could find. But you wouldn't say a damn word to me, even after you got to Rockwell. Didn't know what to make of that. Thought maybe you'd been mixed up in some bad business, and then the soldiers came for me. I don't know how they found out, but they knew I'd helped you get away. Forget about everything that happened that night and ditch the kid. You'll be helping secure the future of the Empire. It's in your best interest to comply. You can pay for whatever you want. Not a bad deal, huh? Idea, huh? Sounds more like a threat. Must have been part of the cover-up of Hammer that Osborn spearheaded. It sounds heartless, but I was eager for any excuse to get rid of you. So I took the mirror and gave you to one of the hostesses at my favorite club. I knew she wouldn't put you out on the street. She was quite a woman, taking in a kid she knew next to nothing about and raising you as her own. You're telling me. So you see, I didn't really do anything that bad. I got you away from Hammer in one piece and even set you up with a new family. Not so much for me to collect a little compensation in return. That's all there is to it. I cut my ties to you and got more on with my life. A past doesn't mean shit to me. Right now you're nothing but some punk who's standing in the way of me and my business. So damn it, why can't I pull a trigger? You traitor, a criminal, you shot the Empire for crying out loud. No one's gonna miss you. I took the damn money, washed my hands off you. You're nothing to me. Nothing. So why can't I? So that's it. Guess that explains the sudden shift in your business model. I know you're not gonna admit it, but when you took the deal, it messed you up on the inside. I knew it was wrong, and you've been carrying that guilt with you ever since. That's what let the curse worm its way into your heart and turn you into a real crook. Ah. What are you talking about? Don't act like you know me. If I'm wrong, then why do you look like you're in so much pain? It's written all over your face, moron. You've been running from your sins all this time, but you just can't let them go. Ash. To be honest, I really don't give a shit how far you fall. But there's something you should know. Right up until she passed, Mom was still smiling. She said it was a blessing having me in her life. Go figure, right? She just told me she wished she could thank the guy who brought us together. And I feel the same. I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for you. And it wouldn't change a thing about the time I had with my mom. Well, it might have been nice if she had been a better cook, but you can't win them all. As far as I'm concerned, my hometown isn't Hammer, it's Rockwell, the town you brought me to. One of these days, I'll find a way to pay you back for everything you've done for me. I don't regret joining the academy or trying to find out about my past. It was my own choice. Because of that, I got to meet Kurt, Billy, Bunny, Ponylocks. You're not a bad bunch. No, even some of the instructors are okay, I guess. So I figure I gotta at least say thank you. Not just for me, but for mom too. Curious, it's... For a kid who wouldn't talk at first, you sure grew up to have grown him off on you. And me, getting all sentimental. You're like such a chump. But hey, all this only goes as far as you getting me off the street. Huh? Being bred astray and sending me out during the field exercises. Well, that's a different story. I think you've got a debt to pay, you feel me? Already served. There was raining his shit out. Man, that felt good. You're trying this a little too much. Hope this did you some good, Ash. Hoffen wir das mal. Though not free from the curse, Miguel and Brad still had plenty of crimes to answer for. After turning him over to the authorities, Rean summoned Valimar to return him and Ash to the creatures too. Had me really there for a minute. I'm glad it all worked out. Trust me, I was just as surprised to find out Miguel is the guy I owe my life to. At least now I feel like I can let the past go. Well, that's good. Maybe for you. Right, enough sappy shit. Let's get back to the others. Fair enough, ish. Fair enough. Aber ja, damit haben wir auch sozusagen jetzt mal dieses Mysterium geklärt. Ich denke mal, eigentlich ist damit mit dem letzten Punkt ist eigentlich so ziemlich diese ganze arme Sache endlich mal aufgeklärt nach wie viel Spielen? 9? Also literally, wir wissen ja von Harmons Side Trace in the Sky First Chapter. Ja. Seitdem ist Hameln ein Thema und jetzt haben wir so wirklich so die allerletzten Punkte über das ganze Hameln-Ding endlich mal durch. Das Einzige, was noch was offen ist, ist halt natürlich, dass sich Ash und Joshua noch ein bisschen mehr anfreunden, aber das kommt noch. So, dann haben wir noch 3 weitere. Wir haben auch noch 4 Points, genau. Den einiges schaltet sich jetzt später frei. Dann kann man es mal dieser machen. There's only so much I can do from here. If only I could just head over there myself. What are you up to? Rean, you remember what my mother mentioned on the Gargantua, right? About a 5th? Sure.
なるほど。第5で建造していた。
The Leviathan.
卒業作品か。
The F Group's 5th development division. There were several rumors regarding them during the Civil War, but it all kind of blew over before I could ever get to the heart of it. I assumed it was the noble or reformist factions during a department created and run in absolute secrecy. When in truth, it was the Black Workshop who'd been keeping it under wraps. Yeah, it even slipped under the noses of Sharon and my mother. Seems they had a hand in those practice combat shells. Not to mention the Goliath, Odin I lost control in. I guess you know who came aboard as a specialist to help bring about the Saubersolars. So the questions at hand, then, when those took place and who the staff behind them were. Right, if we were at Wineford HQ in Ruhr, we could investigate at a much deeper level. It looks like mother and grandfather still haven't been able to make their way back. See. Lisa seems a lot more positive now that she's gotten past that incident in the Gargantua. I'd like to find out a few things about this so-called division myself. Maybe I could help her out. Yeah, Lisa. Maybe too risky for the creatures too, to blood a course for Ruhr at the moment. But what if we used one instead? Huh? Lisa then gratefully accepted Rean's rather convincing proposal. After inviting Sharon to come along with them, the trio had Valimar take them to Ruhr via the Spirit Path. Schon wieder die ganze Zeit eigentlich so casually mit dabei den Spirit Path nutzen können. In Cold Steel 2 war es ja noch so ein richtiger Struggle und jetzt ist halt einfach, ja, why not? What a relief. I'm so glad to see you're alright, Miss Elisa. You too, Sharon. I heard you had grit, but here you are. I'm sorry for worrying you guys. I apologize for all the complications I've surely caused. You're none of that. You two are the reason business here in the 4th division is as stable as ever. We've also been in contact with German Arena. We're to investigate something regarding the 5th division, correct? Yeah, and if my intuition is correct, we should be able to flush out everyone involved the plan we discussed earlier. We've taken control of the internal network and would greatly appreciate your assistance in this endeavor from here on. Of course, we'll take care of anything you need. Right, we show the full capabilities of the 4th division. By the way, you and me, Mr. Lisa's, you know what, would you? Ah yes, what's wrong with you? Don't you know how to read a room? Oh well, looks like we're all set to go. I'll leave you guys to it then. The 4th division really comes through in a pinch, huh? They truly are most excellent, each and every one. The only thing they dedicate themselves to more than their work is learning all the details of their beautiful general manager's love life. And of course. Gossip muss es ja natürlich geben. Let's just leave the topic for another day. We have an investigation to get to, don't we? Thanks to the rigorous effects of the 4th Development Division members, the group managed to gather information on the company's internal activities. With Lisa and Sharon working together and Rean offering his input as well, the group eventually drafted the hypothesis of sorts. The crux of it being that the 5th Development Division, as it stood in an official capacity, was just a front. It did not operate it as a standard division, but rather as one in the shadows, maneuvering and directing members from each of the other divisions in secret. This seemed all too possible, given the numerous members across the departments had been confirmed to be engaging in mysterious and inexplicable acts. Further, they discovered several employees were currently on leave of some sort, some of whose whereabouts were completely unknown. With in turn, Lisa made an official report as a general manager to Chairman Arena. The group then developed plans to amend the issues, so as to prevent any underhanded activity from harming operations. That sure was a lot to go through. Definitely, but it sounds like things went just about as well as you could hope for, right? I wasn't surprised to hear that most of the employees trapped in this mess were struggling with debt or other hardships. It's never a nice thing to see, but investing such thorough attention and discussion into the situation really brought things back around. Yeah, though it probably take a while to clear things up for everyone, since there were so many staff involved. Still, even if things aren't 100% up to par yet, I can tell we are moving in the right direction. I'm sure. You know, Lisa, I think this is the happiest I've seen you in all day. Oh? Yeah, to be honest, I was having all kinds of weird thoughts for a while. Just got so worked up over one thing to the next. But after what happened with the spectral moon mirror and the Gargantua, I've managed to solidify my determination. No more doubt. Well, I guess Sharon coming back and reconciling with Mom played a big part in it too. But that sounds pretty self-centered, doesn't it? I don't think it sounds that way at all, Lisa. Well, maybe drawing near, but if the RF group re-established itself as the upstanding company it once was, it would inspire all sorts of people. Depending on how things develop, it's possible this war might not last long without an increase in arms productions. That's true. Of course, we still have to contend with all the complications the national mobilization law throws our way. But all the technicians and engineers out there do have their own ideas and dignity to uphold. If this incident causes stir, it's sure to be a source of hope to them and whoever else may need it. Thank you, Rean, for bringing me this far. Don't mention it, all I did was on the spirit path. No need to be so modest, you're the real reason, Rean. It's the courage you gave me time and time again, it's made it all possible. facing Sharon and mother, being ready to confront the man who used to be my father. All of it. So thank you. I couldn't be happier to be here this side. Hey, sir. Do you remember the talk we had during the maintenance checkup a while back? Oh, that. I never asked anything unreasonable of you. I know how complicated things are, trust me. But it was impossible to take the first steps to rebuilding a massive company like I have. We've begun to patch things up with Sharon, as well as between you and Irina and the others. So I can have my hopes at least, right? Because I can see the light our relationship has. Warm and welcoming and waiting for us to take a chance.
私も信じたい。信じさせてほしい。その光を。
Es ist so obvious, dass das Game Alisa und Rean als Canon-Chip pusht. Es ist so hart. Sharon soon returned and offered kind words to Rean and Alisa. They then headed back to the Courageous 2 together after saying their goodbyes to the 4th Development Division. Weil das sieht man, das ist das erste Mal in diesen ganzen Bonding-Events in Cold Steel 4, dass Rean die Initiative greift und nicht die Mädels. Ich share Special Mode, oder Lisa? Duh. Too bad for you, dass unser Pick eigentlich 4 ist. Für die ganzen Playthroughs. Yeah, who are you talking to? Oh, it's Dr. Rean, actually. Perfect timing. Would you mind giving this a listen, Rean? George, thank you for your help earlier. No problem. It sounds like you're able to have a good chat with Scarlett. Nice one. Schon schön, wie es den optionale Dialog von George gibt, je nachdem, ob man mit zuerst Crow's Bonding Event gemacht hat oder nicht. Sehr cool. Thanks again for keeping an eye on Crow for me. Oh, I didn't do much really. So, did you happen to have information concerning the workshop? Yeah, I actually have something I'd like to get Altina's confirmation on. If you get in touch with her via the Courageous 2. Something you want confirmation on? The headquarters for the Black Workshop is located at the base of the Greyborn Mountains. However, it appears to have been abandoned at some point. It is completely deserted now. What? You mean the place where I was held captive? The very same. Not only is Aber gone, but he took enormous stores of research data and experimented Zaubersoldaten with him. When I checked around this time yesterday, it had already been wiped clean. I had no idea they were planning anything like that. Maybe I simply wasn't trusted with the information. I was hoping I could get your thoughts on this, Altina, seeing as that's where you're originally from. I wish I had something useful to share. Unfortunately, my memory of that time is still a bit hazy. However, I think this might actually prove to be a good opportunity for us. And so, I'm trying to track them down now, so I can't really help directly, but if you're interested, you should have enough time to investigate the workshop site before we need to head to the next shrine. Oh, gotcha. Well, it definitely could be a good chance to find out some new information. Though the probability of finding anything conclusive there is likely close to nil. Still, I don't think it would be an entirely fruitless endeavor. There could be interned Zaubersoldaten, S-weapons, the combat shells, and homunculi like me and Millium. I don't know. I secured a tentative infiltration route. I know it's asking a lot for you to trust me, given the mess I've made of things. If you do decide to do this, though, please contact me through Altina. Yeah, really bad. I'll be making preparations, just in case. Natürlich gucken wir uns an, was im Workshop rumliegt. Vor allem was klar. Oh, ich weiß nicht, ob das schon noch was Kleines hintet für später, aber mal gucken. Ich hab's nicht ganz im Kopf. Ich glaube, ich habe dieses Bonding-Event beim ersten Playthrough auch gemacht. The Black Workshop is completely deserted. We don't know why, but this could be our chance to investigate it. There could be internal Zaubersoldaten, as weapons, the combat shells, and homunculi like me and Millium. Oh yeah, well, it's on a spanner, but that would be on her mind. It may be completely deserted, but it is the Gnome's headquarters, so I think we're gonna need some help. Should we talk to connect with George and go investigate the back workshop? Yes. The back workshop. We need to consider the risk, but there's a lot we could potentially gain by checking it out. Let's fill everyone in first and then get in contact with George. Understood? I'll tell everyone right away. Rean briefed those on board about the situation and received approval for the plan to investigate the Black Workshop. As a precaution, the small team tasked with infiltrating the facility was supported by the courageous two. Adrian and Crow contacted George. He headed to the workshop using a teleportation gate that he had secret access to. Ooh, actually a full party. So this is the Black Workshop. Used to be the Gnome's HQ, huh? They might still be using it in some capacity, you never know. Angelica, do you remember the last time we were here? Clear as day, the mass didn't mess with my memories from that time. You guys had to take on the Chancellor, the Steel Maiden, and the Blazing Demon all at once. It was crazy. But now all is still and quiet. Frankly, it's unsettling. Not a soul in here, besides us. It feels abandoned. These conditions are ideal for us. We can conduct our investigations without interference. Okay, we'll go to the S-Weapon lab. I've been curious about the origins of my Berserker and Shirley's Testarossa. When we met in Stargazer's Tower, we were enemies. Are we working together? What a Ford. Stimmt, ja. Wir haben nicht vergessen, dass ja auch im Crossbell-Arc ja schon gegen die gekämpft haben. Nur da hat Stüberli noch nicht als Stüberli gezeigt. Yeah. Feels odd. Don't stab me in the back, please, Dewey. Don't come up with pet names for me. As first, we will go check out the combat shell and South Art research lab. Maybe Ulrich left behind his research notes or something. You're going to the Humongous lab, correct? Will we okay? Yeah, I've been there once before when we came to save Instructor Rean. Sir Millium and I were born. Maybe there's still something to learn there. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what we can find. The Aegis 2 will be patrolling the area around here. Return at once if you're in danger. You're waiting here. Let us know if anything goes wrong. Alright, everyone knows what to do, so let's get started. I think I know what these are. OZ series incubation tanks. Test subjects which failed to become Millium or me. They were discarded when we were born. It's disgusting, eh, Kroll? The DG Cold was researching something similar a few years ago. Instructor Rean. You know, das sind auch Ultimates einfach einen kleinen Callback zum DG Cold zu haben, aber fair enough. Oh, what the... An OZ Mirage. It's an archaism manufactured at the Black Workshop based on Ouroboros' designs. Seems to be inactive. Perhaps it malfunctioned, and they left it behind when they moved to a new base. Huh? I kind of things I did when I was escaping before. I didn't do anything to this particular unit, but still. Feel sorry for it. Left like this. But at least leaning against the wall. Instructor. Ja. Auf den Cups habe ich ja auch schon hingewiesen, als wir hier vorbeigerannt sind. Bei der Infiltration. Aus Gründen. Is this white capsule? It doesn't look like an incubator. I noticed when we were here last. Because it is in this area, it must have been involved in the outside series research. It's deactivated and locked. Something about it bothers me, but it's not like we'll find out more just by looking at it. But why does it sound familiar? Wie es auch nur wieder ganz leicht angeendet wird, Jesus. Ich sag nichts weiter dazu. Aber dieser kleine Inkubator wird für uns noch sehr relevant werden. Empty Tanks. Was that? Wait, 73 and 74? That's... Yes. These are the tanks where Millium and I were grown.
この子が僕の妹か。ごめんね。すぐに忘れちゃうと思うけど。外に出たらちゃんと再会して一緒に遊ぼうね。
How odd. This place is so lifeless and desolate. And yet it fills me with nostalgia somehow. It's completely normal, Altina. It reminds you of your sisterly bond with Millium. Yeah, I suppose that must be it. The bond was once the only thing I knew I could trust. Both Millium and I were created for the sole purpose of becoming the sword. This knowledge was hidden from us and seared deep within our memories, but we always sensed it. That's why I envy Millium. Well, you know. She sacrificed herself to protect those dear to her, even though it meant becoming the sword.
守らなきゃ。守らなきゃ。リーンさんを、ヒューナさん、クルトさんを、ミュゼさんに、アッシュさん、ミリアムさんに、他のみんなも。
That's what I wanted too. I wasn't afraid of what might happen to me. I'm sure that is precisely how Millium felt as well. Although, the Millium that the Spectre Moon Mirror showed us had regrets.
ごめん。やっぱり僕、まだまだ未熟だったんだね。みんな守るなんて聞こえはいいけど、あんなにみんなを悲しませるなんて夢にも思ってなかったんだ。
I finally understood that myself. It dawned on me when you saved me at Isengard mountain range the other day. Oh. I appreciate the sentiment, but please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone. Don't just rush out on your own. See, I was really panicked. Yeah, I'd never seen that much fear in your eyes before.
いつも頼もしいこの人にも弱いところだってある。その弱さを私なりに守りたい。そんな風に思うようになりました。
It's kind of you. Changed a lot, you know? So I'm not really sure I've played a role in it. I'm really impressed by how you've grown. Oh ja, Adina hat einen extrem guten Character Growth hingelegt. But thank you, I'm honored that you care so much about me, Adina. You're welcome. Ist auch einer der Gründe, warum ich Adina seine Charakter so sehr mag, weil sie hat einen extrem krassen Character Growth. Ich bin auch schon mal noch gespannt, wie ihr, in was für Kapazitäten wir sie auch dann im Calvard-Arc und späteren Spielen dann noch sehen werden. Weil, ja, wie gesagt, Calvard-Arc werde ich auch blind reingehen. What's the matter? It's nothing, I just experience an emotion I find difficult to put into words. It is different from what I feel towards Juna occurred. How do I say it? It is joyous, but a bit suffocating. And there's a warmth and excitement as well. Is this familiar affection? Camaraderie? Pray about various kinds of love. Is this the same kind that Elisa and Elise feel toward you? I don't know. Maybe it's best if you take it easy. I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourself in time. I mean, you still have a lot to learn about feelings and stuff. Take it one step at a time.
教官、何かごまかそうとしていませんか？それとも不埒なことを考えているとか？
Ich mag auch einfach die Synergie zwischen den beiden. Of course not. So that she's become more emotionally mature, I'm both happy and concerned, thinking about the future. Yeah, I think it would be good. Rean and Alina joined the team members who searched the other areas, and they all returned to the ship through a portal. They didn't find the information they were after, but at least they discovered how many new Zaubersoldaten, Cometers, and OS Mirage units had been produced. Furthermore, they realized it was highly possible that the Black Workshop was moved to an entirely new location. Ich muss wirklich schon sagen, wenn ich über die ganzen Bonner-Games hinwegsehe, ich muss sagen, der Charakter mit eigentlich dem besten Charakter, also dem krassesten Character Growth, ist wirklich für mich Altina. Also wenn du es jetzt von einer individuellen Person siehst, Altina, ansonsten Rean würde ich nicht sagen, weil Rean eigentlich immer die ganze Zeit mit demselben struggelt und das einfach nicht lernt bis zum Ende. Das ist halt wirklich das Ding bei Rean. Und der Rest von der Klasse 7 ist halt einfach so, der Character Growth ist halt einfach die Klasse zusammen.
Yes.
Also es vermischt sich halt einfach alles aufgrund dieser Klassenzusammenhalt. Deswegen ist es wirklich für mich eigentlich Altina. Komplett. Und Altina hat den Vorteil, dass halt in Cold Steel 2 halt schon aktiv da war. Und da schon Charakter war. Das Ding, was ich das Problem habe mit Music, Kurt, Ash, Juna, ist, dass sie halt wirklich erst nur seit Cold Steel 3 da sind. Das heißt, sie haben jetzt noch nicht viel Zeit gehabt, Character Growth zu kriegen. Obwohl sie auch guten Growth hatten, Juna vor allem. Und bei anderen halt so. Jesus hat einen relativ großen Growth. Geil, Scroll hat eigentlich einen guten Growth. Aber ja. Green 4 halt auch ein bisschen. Ich würde eigentlich schon sagen, 4 noch mit am meisten. Deswegen ist es auch wahrscheinlich der Grund, warum ich auch als Altina 4 so sehr mag. Fee, it's a box of cigars you got there. Here, in the lighter too. The boss left him behind. I was thinking it might make a decent memento of him. See, you've all seen that sort of thing, I take it. Yep, heavy drinker, heavy smoker goes hand in hand. Even Sarah's dad was the one who converted him to this brand, actually. Really now, it does seem like the kind of thing two Jägers could bond over. Make sure you take good care of it. I will, with the lighter at least. Not sure what to do with the cigars though, I'm not so keen on smoking them myself. Actually, are you free right now, Rean? There's something I want to take care of before we head to Crossbill. I think I see where this is going, with the box of keepsake cigars. I'm guessing you're going down to the surface? I don't mind taking along. Where are you heading? Thanks. So about this place. Oh, was ist hier ins Grab? So, das ist das Spot. Just. Nee. Zephyrs Grab. Waren die in der Nähe von Hameln? This is the spot. Just to the south of Hameln. Better than putting it right inside the town. I don't think it would go over well. Should be far enough though. Besides, it's only temporary. Ah, okay. You think this is okay? Yeah. Leo and Cena have already finished paying their respects. Warum sieht die Area genauso eigentlich aus wie die von Alessin? Wahrscheinlich ist es einfach ein bisschen Copy-Paste. I should go smoking with them. But whenever I ask, they look at me like I sprouted rings. Maybe it's a generational thing. Not a lot of women used to smoke in their days. Yeah, that's probably all it is. Still, it kind of feels like a waste to throw this whole box away. Don't mind if I have one. I don't really know if it will count, but I like to try. I didn't know you smoked, Rean. I don't, this will be my first time. Sharing one with a youngster like me probably wouldn't mean anything to Rudger. Don't say that. Do you know how to do this? Well, I think so. You snip the end first, right? You're hating too much. Most of us say that was a rookie mistake. Don't try to burn the smoke down too young. Just let it drift around inside your mouth a little. Okay. Gotta be honest. I don't know what people see in this. Yeah, it's not for everyone. You can give the rest to the boss some other time. Hey, how about let us in on this? Zero, everyone. Sorry, we didn't know if we should interrupt. Figured it'd be worth paying our respects anyhow. Thank you. Guess you did know him a long time too. In that case, mind if I join the party? Surely. Huh? You guys. Figured you'd show up eventually. We came to share one last drink with the Ear King. I brought along a bottle of his favorite bourbon. Nice. Very safe, he. Thanks for coming. We've got cigars if anyone wants one. Hey, so what are the chances I can get you to pass some of this stuff over to me? Surely it's supposed to be Ash oder Shara. Of course. And for you, young miss. You know, is there no age? Surely restrained. Yeah, Uncle Sigmund would kill me if he found out. I expect people in this line of work to be strict about this kind of stuff. You'd be surprised. They got their own code to stick to. I don't pass the time reminiscing about the Eagle King. Eventually, everyone except for Rean and Fee had said their farewells and left. He sure did touch a lot of people's lives. The members of Nidhogger and the Northern Eagles might be coming by later. Yeah, he might have had even more connections than Sarah's dad. Not that all of them stayed friends. He made his fair share of enemies too. But even that was just business. I know that anyone who disliked him personally. Hey.
大丈夫。煙が染みただけだから。
Natürlich.
それに、こうしてると、まるで団長にハグされてる気がする。
Really? No, I'm lying. He might smell like smoke too, but being here with you is totally different. So I describe, it's kind of relaxing and exciting all at once. Well, that's a surprise.
だから無神経。女心をちゃんと理解して。
Right, I'll do my best. It's disrespectful to Rudger's memory. I'll apologize later, I promise.